You stand alone. The final console gleams under the only light. Its surface is a cold, dark mirror. It reflects a single, determined face. Your face. Outside this small room lies the great nothing, the endless silent dark between galaxies. This station is the last outpost, the final tomb of a species that once danced across stars. Humanity is gone. All that remains is you, and the choice you are about to make. The fate of billions rests in your hands. A civilization's art, its science, its love, its rage. Everything they ever were is stored here, a ghost in the machine waiting for a final command. You are the executor of their last will and testament. No pressure, right? The console hums, a low and steady prayer. It asks for the final word, to begin or to let it all fade into the long quiet. You take a deep breath. The recycled air tastes stale, thin. It is the breath of a ghost. You are the last one, the final guardian of a treasure beyond all measure. Your fingers hover over the activation sequence, a sequence you have memorized, a sequence you have practiced in your dreams. The burden is heavy enough to crush a sun, but it is your burden to carry. Your finger touches the cool, smooth surface. It is time. The console accepts your command. A soft chime echoes in the sudden stillness. It is a sound of awakening. The great archive stirs from its long slumber. Before you, the main view screen shimmers to life. It is not a screen of data or text. It is a sea of light, a flowing river of souls made manifest. Each point of light is a memory, a life lived, a story told. This is the symphony of souls. You watch as faces flicker in the light stream. A child laughs on a world with a sky of brilliant green. A soldier weeps on a battlefield of shattered moons. A scientist gazes in wonder at a newborn star. An artist paints a sunset with colors you have never seen. These are not just records. They are the living essence of your people. Their joys are a soaring melody. Their sorrows, a deep and resonant chord. This is the final song of a lost species, a beautiful, tragic opera waiting for its audience. You are its conductor. The symphony flows around you, a current of pure emotion. You can feel their hopes, their dreams, their endless, foolish, beautiful love. It is a power that fills the emptiness of the station. It pushes back against the cold void. For a moment, humanity lives again. It lives in this music. It lives in you. The symphony swells, a rising tide of memory and light. It is ready for its journey, ready to be cast into the void. A message in a bottle on a cosmic ocean, a final declaration that says, "We were here." You watch the river of souls. A quiet pride fills your chest. You will not let them be forgotten. You will not let the silence win. Not today. A jagged tear of static rips through the view screen. A sound that does not belong. It is a harsh, grating noise that cuts into the harmony. The river of souls recoils, the light flickering in distress. A shadow has fallen upon the data stream. It is a signal of immense power. It is vast, old, and utterly hostile. It feels like the cold of space given a voice that hates. The static resolves into a pattern, a complex, menacing waveform that pulses with dark energy. This is not a natural phenomenon. It is deliberate. It is a weapon aimed at the heart of your work. The station's sensors scream a silent warning. The signal is ancient, far older than humanity, older than the stars in this cluster. It is a presence that has watched empires rise and fall into dust, and it has judged them all unworthy. You feel its consciousness brush against your own, a mind of crushing weight and chilling purpose. It radiates a single, simple concept: silence. The symphony is an abomination to it, a noise that must be erased. The shadow in the void is not here to talk. It is not here to negotiate. It has come to enforce an ancient and terrible peace, the peace of the grave. You have awoken something terrible, a slumbering god of nothingness, and it is very, very angry. The view screen clears for a moment. The hostile signal recedes, a predator backing away to stalk its prey. But you know this is not a retreat. It is the calm before the storm. The station's long-range sensors chime, a single, fearful note. They are coming. The shadow was not just a signal. It was a herald, a scout for what was to follow. Out of the deep black, they appear. At first, they are just holes in the starfield, patches of absolute nothing where light should be. Then, their forms resolve. A fleet of dark ships. They are massive geometric shapes that absorb all light. They are a fleet of mobile voids. There are dozens, then hundreds. They blot out the stars one by one. They are the silencers, and they are here to stop the music, forever. Their design is an insult to life. All sharp angles and dead surfaces. No lights, no visible engines. They move with an unnatural grace. A silent, coordinated drift that speaks of a single, unified will. They arrange themselves in a perfect sphere around your station. A cage of silent black metal. They are not preparing to fire. They are preparing to erase, to unmake this tiny pocket of defiance. You have their full attention now. It's a bit flattering in a terrifying way. The dark ships hang in the void. A silent, patient jury. They emanate a pressure you can feel in your bones. The very space around the station feels like it is curdling. The symphony of souls shivers. The points of light dim, huddling together for warmth against the encroaching cold. The silencers are not just blocking the stars. They are blocking hope. They are a monument to the end of all things. Your hand rests on the console. Your heart pounds a frantic rhythm against your ribs. Every instinct screams at you to run, to hide, to find some dark corner and pray for a quick end. But there is nowhere to run, and the time for prayer is long past. You are the last human. This is your final watch. You will not abandon your post. You will not let them silence the song. A thought cuts through the fear. A flash of memory not from the archive. Your own. You need an anchor. A reminder of what you are fighting for. You close your eyes and access a treasured memory. A personal file you have kept isolated. A small, perfect echo of a world you never knew. But a world that is in your blood. A vision of old Earth. The cold metal of the station dissolves. You are standing in a forest. Sunlight streams through a canopy of green leaves. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth and living things. A gentle breeze whispers through the trees. You hear the call of a bird, the buzz of an insect, the distant rush of a river. This is a world teeming with life, a world of chaotic, beautiful noise. A deer looks up, its dark eyes curious. It takes a hesitant step closer. It is not afraid. This was a time of peace, a time before the great silence fell upon your people. You reach out a hand. The vision is so real you can almost feel the rough bark of a nearby tree. You can almost feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. This is what was lost. This is the truth the silencers cannot stand. That life is messy and loud and wonderful. The vision fades. The forest recedes, replaced by the cold, sterile reality of the station. The dark ships still wait outside. The silence they promise is still a looming threat. But something inside you has changed. The fear is still there, but it is joined by a fierce, burning resolve. You are not just defending a data archive. You are defending that forest, that birdsong, that fearless deer. You are defending life itself. You are ready. Your eyes open. The path forward is clear, and it is terrifying. The symphony needs power to be heard across the darkness. The station's reserves are not enough. Not to pierce the veil the silencers have cast. You need more, much more. You begin the process of bleeding power from every non-essential system. You are channeling the station's very lifeblood into the broadcast array. One by one, the lights in the station corridor flicker and die. The hum of the life support systems grows fainter. The air grows colder, the recycled breath misting before your face. The world around you goes dark and cold. Only the console and the view screen remain lit. Two islands of purpose in a dying machine. The station groans around you, a beast of metal giving up its ghost. The power gauge for the broadcast array climbs steadily. 80%, 90%, 100. You push it further, diverting power from the structural integrity fields, from the backup systems, from everything that keeps this place from collapsing into a cloud of frozen debris. The station shudders violently. Warning lights flash on the console before winking out, their power gone. You are making a terrible sacrifice, trading your own survival for the survival of a song. But it is a trade you make gladly. The view screen flickers. A new message. It is not a signal from the void. It is a message in your mind, a voice that is not a voice. It cuts through your thoughts with chilling clarity. It is the hunters, the silencers. They are speaking to you. Their message is simple, and it is an ultimatum. The voice is cold, devoid of any emotion. It is the sound of entropy itself. Your noise, it's a flaw in the perfection of the void. The words are not heard. They are felt, a pressure inside your skull. It is an error that must be corrected, a discordant note in the grand silence. The thoughts are not your own. They are an invasion, a violation of your innermost self. We have watched countless species scream into the dark. The mental voice continues, relentless. They all fall silent in time. Your song is no different. It is a temporary, pointless defiance. We offer you one chance. Silence your work. Embrace the quiet, and your end will be swift, a painless fading. Resist, and we will unmake you. We will erase every trace that you ever were. The message ends. The pressure in your mind recedes, leaving behind an icy chill. They are not just threatening to destroy you. They are threatening to annihilate your memory, to ensure that not even an echo of humanity remains. It is the ultimate act of destruction. To make it as if you never existed at all, it is their final, most cruel weapon. But in their threat, they have made a fatal error. They have shown you that they are afraid of the noise, afraid of the music. Your fingers fly across the console. The choice is made. There is no surrender. There can be no retreat. You have bled the station dry. You have faced down the ghost of old Earth. You have listened to the empty threats of a silent God. Now, it is your turn to speak, your turn to make some noise. With a final, defiant keystroke, you unleash the symphony. The first note erupts from the station. It is not a sound in the traditional sense. It is a wave of pure, concentrated memory, a blast of defiant sound that rips through the silence. On the view screen, you see the enemy fleet react. The dark ships, so still and silent before, now drift in disarray. Their perfect formation shatters. The opening of the symphony is a trumpet blast of courage, a declaration of war against the quiet. The music washes over them. It is a melody of a species that refused to go gently into that good night. It tells a story of building cities from dust, of reaching for the stars from a single, small world. It is filled with the thunder of engines, the roar of crowds, the laughter of children. The hunters are stunned into a brief, shocked halt. They have never encountered a sound like this, a sound that carries the weight of 1 billion lives, a sound that blems with so much untidy life. You push the power higher. The station screams in protest. Metal groans. The final lights flicker and die. You are now in total darkness, save for the glow of the view screen. The symphony is your only light, your only heat, your only hope. The first movement is a celebration of life, a joyous, chaotic noise that spits in the face of the void. It is the sound of humanity's undying spirit, and it is beautiful. The silencers recover quickly. Their initial shock gives way to a cold, calculated fury. They respond, but their attack is not what you expected. There are no lasers, no missiles, no explosions. Their attack is silent and absolute. A wave of anti-energy washes over the station. It is a field designed to unmake things, to dissolve matter back into its component parts. Your shields flare, a brilliant blue against the black. They are holding, but barely. The shield percentage drops at an alarming rate. 80%, 70, 60. The station is being dismantled molecule by molecule. But then, something strange happens. The symphony's melody shifts. It moves into a new phase, a key change that seems to resonate with the enemy's attack. You realize the truth. The music itself is a weapon. It is not just a carrier of memory. It is a force that can interact with the physical world. The specific frequencies of the melody, the emotional resonance of the memories. They are creating a counter-frequency, a shield of pure sound that disrupts the silencer's unmaking field. The music is not just your message. It is your armor, a revelation that is both terrifying and exhilarating. Now this is a proper space battle. Less pew-pew, more doo-wop. The symphony swells. You are no longer just a conductor. You are a warrior. You are weaving a defense from notes and memories. A sad tune from a forgotten opera reinforces the shields. A child's lullaby deflects a portion of the attack. It is a desperate, impossible dance. A battle of song against silence. And for now, you are holding your own. The song is fighting back. The symphony changes again. The defiant march of the opening fades. It is replaced by a new movement, a melody of great and terrible sorrow. It is a lament for all that has been lost. The music speaks of farewells on dusty launch pads, of final messages sent across impossible distances, of a people scattered and hunted to the edge of extinction. It is a sad, beautiful melody that fills the emptiness. On the view screen, you see the silencer's fleet react in a way you never anticipated. Their silent, coordinated attack falters. The ships drift, their perfect formation once again breaking. It is as if the music has bypassed their technology, bypassed their cold, logical minds. It has struck something deeper, something they did not know they had, an echo of a heart. The sorrowful music washes over them. It is a feeling they have never known. Their entire existence is dedicated to order, to silence, to the erasure of messy, chaotic emotions. But they cannot erase this. The grief is too pure, too powerful. The enemy pauses, infected by an unfamiliar grief. For the first time, they are not just trying to silence a noise. They are listening to a song, and it is breaking them. You see it in their movements, a hesitation, a confusion. The cold, unified will that drives them is fractured. The melody is a virus of emotion, a contagion of sorrow spreading through their fleet. You have found their weakness. It is not their technology. It is their soul, or the empty space where a soul should be. You almost feel sorry for them. Almost. It's hard to feel pity for genocidal maniacs, even if they do have a sudden case of the cosmic blues. The station groans, a deep, shuddering sound that shakes you to your core. A red light flashes on the console, a single, stark warning. Shields are failing. The brief respite is over. The silencers are regrouping. Their confusion is giving way to a renewed, more focused rage. They have been wounded by an emotion, and they are lashing out in pain. Their attack intensifies. The silent, unmaking wave crashes against your shields with renewed force. 30%, 20, 10. The shield percentage plummets. The station is dying. The beautiful, sorrowful melody is no longer enough to hold them back. You are out of time, out of power, out of options, except one. A final, desperate gamble. You must use the reactor core itself as a final amplifier. A heart for your dying station. The process is irreversible. To do this is to sign your own death warrant. The reactor's containment field will collapse. It will become a miniature sun, a final, brilliant blaze of glory. But it will also become the most powerful broadcast antenna in the history of the universe. It will send the symphony out, not just to this galaxy, but to all galaxies, a final, eternal note. Your fingers tremble as you type the commands. The station protests. Every safety protocol screams at you to stop, but you override them all. You are sacrificing the body to save the soul of humanity. The core begins to glow on your monitor, a rising, brilliant light. The station's dying heartbeat is about to become a supernova of sound. The silencers sense the power building within the station. They know what you are about to do. They throw everything they have at your position. Their silent attack becomes a storm of focused annihilation. They are no longer trying to unmake you. They are trying to obliterate you, to stop this final, defiant act before it can be born. The view screen is a wash of static and energy. Your shields are gone. The hull is being stripped away. But the symphony rises to meet the violence. The sad lament gives way to the grand crescendo of war. It is a movement of thunder and fire, the sound of supernovas and colliding worlds. It is the story of humanity's final stand, a species that looked into the face of oblivion and did not blink. The music is a shield, a sword, a storm of its own making. The station is torn apart around you. The console sparks and dies. The view screen goes black. You are blind, in absolute darkness. But you can still feel the music. It is inside you now. It is all around you. The reactor core is reaching critical mass. The song is reaching its climax. It is a race between creation and destruction, between the final note and the final silence. You close your eyes. You are no longer a conductor or a warrior. You are an instrument, a part of the song. The symphony surges through you, a torrent of 1 billion lives, 1 billion stories, 1 billion dreams, all focused into a single, final moment. The crescendo builds. The station tears itself apart. The silencers pour on the hate. The end is here. You strike the last chord, not with your hands, but with your soul. A single, perfect note rings out from the heart of the dying station. It is not a wave of destruction. It is a wave of pure creation. The reactor core detonates not in a blast of fire, but in a bloom of sound and light. The final note of the symphony is not an attack. It is a gift. On the view screen of their minds, the silencers see it. The note does not destroy them. It transforms them. Their dark, sterile ships are bathed in the light of a billion memories. The cold, logical minds that knew only silence are flooded with the chaos of life. They feel joy for the first time. They feel love. They feel hope. The unmaking field they projected is itself unmade, replaced by a wave of pure genesis. The sharp angles of their ships soften. The dead, black surfaces begin to shimmer with color. They are being rewritten, reshaped by the power of the song. The ancient, hostile consciousness that drove them is dissolved, replaced by a billion new minds, each one born from a human memory, each one a new life in a new body. You have not defeated your enemy. You have given them a soul, a messy, complicated, beautiful soul. The wave of creation expands outwards, past the newborn fleet, past the edge of the galaxy. It travels at the speed of thought, a ripple of life in the cosmic pond. You are no longer in the station. You are no longer in a body. You are the wave. You are the song. And you witness a miracle. As the symphony travels, you see it touch dead worlds, barren rocks adrift in the endless night. And where the music falls, life begins. You witness nebulae bloom with the seeds of life. Dust clouds coalesce into 1,000 shades of green and blue. The song carries the blueprint of the forest on old Earth, the genetic memory of every living thing that ever was. Your song has become the spark of a new dawn. New suns ignite in the darkness, planets form in their warm embrace. And on those planets, the first tentative steps of life begin. You see the deer from your memory step out onto a field of alien grass. You hear the bird from your vision sing in a sky with 3 moons. The symphony is an anthem for new worlds, a gift from a species that is gone, but will never be forgotten. They are living now in 1,000,000 new forms, on 1,000,000 new worlds. Your purpose is fulfilled. Your long watch is over. The final chord of the symphony echoes into the infinite. Your consciousness, once bound to a single frail body, now expands to fill the void. Your form dissolves. You are no longer the conductor. You are the music. Your thoughts are the melody. Your memories are the harmony. You are becoming the eternal echo. You are no longer a single voice. You are a choir of 1,000,000,000 souls. You travel the star lanes not as a ship, but as a song of life, a song of hope, a song of a species that faced the great silence and answered with music. You are the last human symphony, and your journey has just begun. The stars will never be silent again. You have work to do. There are so many empty worlds waiting for a song.